Hey everyone, it's February 9th, 2021, around 2:30, and it's 33 Fahrenheit, 1 degree Celsius. I'm joined by our guests again, Highley Varlet, Mike and Jessi.
Hey everybody, really excited to be back on the show with all you action fans.
Yeah, we're here at the New York Hall of Science starting our tour through Flushing Meadows Park, and we're so excited to be here together on this sort of drippy, snowy day.
Yeah, and this park is full of snow.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of my favorite places in the city, and I feel like if you were to make a list of like the top 25 places, it might not even rank for some people, especially people that aren't in the city. But it was the site of 2 different World's Fairs, and a lot of the stuff we're going to see today was made for the 1964 World's Fair. I think in a lot of other cities it would be like the destination to go to, but as it is, you might only know about it because of Men in Black. So yeah, let's take a look around.
All right.
So this is the Hall of Science, and like I just said, a lot of the stuff was made for the World's Fair in 1964, and a lot of the stuff has fallen into disrepair multiple times. Right now we're like in kind of a good place when it comes to a lot of the stuff being in good repair, but they've gone through a lot of iterations of the Hall of Science where like it used to be like a Hall of the Future, and then like kind of it like that fell apart in the late 70s, and then in like the mid to late 80s they changed it into more of like a practical science, like children's center type place. And that's proven kind of successful.
I've heard from friends that grew up around here or in the city that they went to the Hall of Science as a kid.
Yeah, I
And
went to
have
field
you
trips
ever-
here.
You did?
Mhm.
What was that like?
It was pretty fun. I mean, I remember going there and there was like all these buttons we were pressing and we didn't know what they did, and
Yeah.
you do it and then like something comes out of you, or like...
That's pretty cool.
Do you remember playing with these things or seeing these things?
No, I think these came later.
These are, yeah, these are actual rockets that were like used in actual space missions.
Wow.
So these two, I forget the name, I forget them, I could look it up in a second. I wrote down a bunch of notes. They were used in actual missions, and like the World's Fair in 1964, the space program was less than 10 years old. So like, this was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And there are 2 replica capsules too, like where the astronauts like, you know, sit, including a replica of the one John Glenn used when he went around the planet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can climb into it.
You can.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So if you're like, you know, kids or parents.
That sounds really
Or
fun.
adventurous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like things that are sort of made for kids, but are also sound really fun as an adult, that can kind of like get you in touch with your inner child.
Yeah. Yeah. Children's science museums are so much fun.
It is. Just like the planetarium. I remember going there for a field trip.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. Look how
I
big
don't-
they are. Like you can see them over
It's
the
so
screen.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Titan II booster rocket, which is 110 feet, was one of the 5 engines that supplied the 7.5 million pounds of thrust for Apollo's Saturn V rocket. And the other was the Atlas rocket, which is 102 feet. And it was part of a mission that tested the unit's escape system.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
So they were actually used
They were,
also,
yeah.
and then brought.
Yeah. And then,
Interesting.
again, much like everything else, kind of a common theme, it fell into disrepair for a while. And I think in the 90s, either the 80s or the 90s, they sent it to like Ohio and gave it a new paint job and got it all spiffed up and brought it back here.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like there's signs about it in there too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's open. The last time we were out here in, I want to say July, all the buildings were closed. They might be reopened now in some
Oh, there's
form.
cars. This is not a good road to walk on.
Yeah.
It's a little busy. I think you can get on the Grand Central from here.
Yeah. I actually came this way in order to meet you.
Oh, you did?
I had to come through the back.
Yeah, I think this is like the parking lot, but also maybe people cut through and use it as a road. But I think
Yeah,
from
it's
here we're
strange.
getting into the park. This is a beautiful
Yeah.
sculpture.
That's called Forms in Transit.
Oh,
Forms
it kind of
and
looks like a space needle.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is.
There were like 5 or 6 different sculptures that were commissioned during the World's Fair that we'll see throughout the day. And they all kind of have space as a theme. Because I think that it's just really fun to think, like, I don't know if there's something like the World's Fair or that energy that the 64 World's Fair has anymore, which is kind of ironic because like now rockets with like Tesla and Amazon are like coming back, you know? So, but like this whole like World of Tomorrow thing doesn't really exist anymore in the same way.
Yeah, well now we're all able to be connected every single day on the internet, right?
Yeah.
And at that time it was like this thing that I think it happened every year, didn't it? Kind of.
Yeah, different
in
location.
different places.
Yeah, cities, yeah.
And so it was an opportunity for like the brightest people to get together and figure out how to move things forward. And now they just do that over Zoom.
Look at how cool that is.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I remember my father talking to me about that World's Fair.
Oh yeah?
How he was a kid and there was like different stands and
He
it's really
went to
cool.
it?
He did.
Oh, that's awesome. Did it inspire him to like pursue anything that he saw there, or was it just like an exciting event to go to as a kid?
I think it was just an exciting event for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of cool to see all the exhibits and different places.
I can imagine that would be, I mean, even now, even though we do have the internet, like if somebody put that together where we could physically see it in person, I would be super excited to go to something like that.
Oh, totally.
Over on this side is, we're going to walk past it a little bit, but this is just part of the Queen Zoo.
Yeah, Queen Zoo.
And that's the geodesic dome where all the birds are.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Reminds me of Jurassic Park.
Oh, yes.
This is what are the pterodactyls?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Scary.
This park's very underrated. It has 3 different attractions here. The Queen Zoo, the New York Hall of Science, and the Queen's Museum.
Right.
Yeah, so much going on.
Now this area is not shoveled that well.
No. Not bad though. At least it's not icy.
And if anyone hasn't seen the previous video I did with Mike and Jessi, they're marathon walkers and they walk pretty much every weekday for how much? 26 miles every day?
26.2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Rural marathon.
Yeah.
We started June 21st, 2020, and if all things go well, we'll end June 21st, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
So we are, I think this is walk 167
Okay.
Wow.
of 260.
And we're somewhere around the 4,500 mile mark,
Yes.
I'd
Yep.
say.
And they do it through all kinds of weather. In fact, they did it through the recent blizzard. So
We did.
That's right, yeah.
It was intense.
That's a story and a half. If you guys want to find out about it, you can go to our channel. We just did a podcast episode on it.
Yeah.
It was wild. I think all the 160 plus walks that we did beforehand prepared us for that one walk.
oh wow.
Yeah, it definitely was good to have we're so used to walking this distance at this point that adding on the blizzard, like it wasn't easy by any
Oh,
means,
yeah.
but it was like, okay, here's another layer. I think if we had started on that day, I don't know what would have become of us.
Yeah. We actually sat down and did a recording immediately post blizzard just to catch the vibe, and we were like wet mops sitting
Yeah.
in the seat. It was not flattering. But
Yeah.
we did it.
Yeah, but it was fun to be out in
Yeah,
it.
it is fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was actually part of our thought process when we decided to do this project. We knew we were going to come across weather because New York City is it gets super hot, it gets super cold, it gets lots of rain, like it's everything.
There's a chair in the tree.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
How did that happen?
Weird.
The white chair in the
So
tree.
strange. Well, this is a wedding venue. I was reading.
I know. I remember going to a couple weddings up here.
Oh yeah?
Terrace on the park, yep.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I guess one of the weddings got a little out of control.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah.
It doesn't even really look like a, well, I guess it's kind of a nice folding chair.
Yeah. Crazy.
The snow was not that high.
Nope.
It's not,
Like,
It's
wait,
not
okay,
that.
but honestly, do you think somebody threw it up or was it thrown down?
Probably
Oh, like-
throwing down.
throw,
I
you think thrown down?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty high to throw up, so I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from there, I guess?
Maybe someone wasn't happy with their wedding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
That is crazy. Well, yeah, this was a helipad during the '64 World's Fair,
Oh.
Wow.
and it was built by the Port Authority, or at least the Port Authority had their name on
Was it for people to visit the World's Fair specifically, or was it like
it.
to do event, like helicopter events?
I think it was for like high-profile people to come and land. I
Gotcha.
believe, but I'd like to go in there sometime. Though it's a crazy building.
Yeah, it's
When you were there
nice.
for the weddings, were you on the ground floor or up top?
No, up top.
Oh, really?
It's nice. Oh,
Yeah.
we got a car coming.
How do you get up there? Is there an elevator?
Yeah, there's an elevator. The front though. Or at the back.
Cool.
Yeah. People thought I was crazy for walking around in the snow, but you did it for much, much longer.
Well, they think we're crazy too. So.
Yeah, I know.
I'll take it. It's the good. It's like the kind that I embrace
Yeah.
in myself.
Yeah. Our poor parents are like, please tell us you didn't do that. You did, sorry.
But we wore 4 layers of long underwear, so I feel
Mhm.
like, you know, we were safe about it.
So yeah, here's the front gate for the zoo.
Yeah, the zoo.
And I read, this almost sounds too crazy to be true, but this might be the first zoo that was designed to be cage-free.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I would double check if people are interested in that, but that's what I saw.
Yeah,
It
this
looks like
side is
these
the
guys.
children's zoo.
Yeah.
You can see some sheep there already.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so surprised that they like it out in this snow. They
I
seem
don't know.
totally comfortable.
They're just standing still.
Yeah. Oh, is that a real
Is that a
animal?
cow or a pig?
I think
Pig,
it's
I
a
think.
It is.
pig.
It's a big pig.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's like a rescue pig, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what does it mean for the animals to be cage-free? Like-
I think they have some type of habitat that they
Okay.
can be involved in.
Oh,
Farm
okay.
animals, it might be kind of a different story.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's 73 different types of animals in the zoo.
Oh.
And here's a
There's this
mini
little
amusement park.
I don't
Yeah.
know anything about this.
A small roller coaster, and
Yeah.
I think that's a merry-go-round, but it's closed.
Oh. Was this here when you were growing up?
I don't remember this. Or maybe because it's in a section of the park that isn't really visited too much.
Yeah. Something about it feels like it could potentially be new, too.
Oh, it says "Welcome to Fantasy Forest."
Oh.
That's the name of it.
It's cute.
Mm-hmm.
We were here in July for our walk, and there were so many people out and interacting, and that was like when the virus was still like new, and it made us like very wary and anxious. But you know, I guess everybody was okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was the first time after the lockdown when we had seen so many people in one spot, and it was like overwhelming.
Yeah. But in general, it seems like, you know, it's nice that there's a green space for,
Oh, absolutely.
clearly a lot of people need it and use it.
Oh
and
yeah.
It's interesting though because it's in between so many highways. I always wonder how people really get here. I guess there's just a lot of neighborhoods that are close enough.
Yeah. I mean, we have Jackson Heights and Corona here. It's really dense over there.
Right.
And then Flushing on the other side.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this park borders like 3 different neighborhoods. Corona, Flushing, and Forest Hills
Oh, wow,
on the
yeah.
south.
And I guess it's probably one of the bigger parks or green spaces in the area
Yeah.
for all of
Biggest
them.
park in the city.
Oh, it is?
So,
Wow.
yeah. I bet it borders a lot of neighborhoods. I mean, like, we're going to go through maybe less than a third of it, really. Because there's all of the area that surrounds Meadow Lake, and all of the area that surrounds Willow Lake. And that's a lot more kind of naturey, but also car traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see any cars behind us.
Yeah. Just under us.
This is the Grand Central Parkway.
When I think of driving on highways in New York City, I think of this stretch, I think, more than anything else. Like going to LaGuardia to get on a plane or something.
Yep.
We're going to Shea Stadium or Citi Field to see a baseball game.
It always shocks me a little bit when we walk close to a highway in New York. Because I
know.
really actually don't think about highways in New York at all. As much as I've obviously driven on them to get in and out of the city and through.
I really don't. Sometimes I just walk by and I'm like, oh, there's a road that like I didn't think about before.
Right. And on foot, it's completely inaccessible. Or it's better to be inaccessible.
Better to be.
So, as I mentioned Men in Black earlier,
Yep.
our walk theme for this week is movie locations in Queens. And Flushing Park has actually had 93 different films, documentaries, and TV shows filmed here at any one time. And I think Men in Black may be one of the most famous ones.
Yep. That's when the Unisphere blows up.
Right.
And those are, it's so funny to think that somebody would consider those spacecraft when you can clearly see they're just like observation.
Yeah.
I guess they were built for the Second World's Fair, right? And
That's
this
right. Yeah.
whole parking lot was painted to be like the city of New York and highlighting the roads that were suggested at the First World's Fair.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I just read that the other day. I hope I'm getting it right.
Yeah. I remember seeing in the Queens Museum that they even named after some of the locations in New York.
Oh,
the
yeah?
streets, yeah. But yeah, the 2 observation decks. One's higher than the other, or taller than the other.
This one's all covered in scaffold. I guess
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a smaller third one too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And in this was a circuit. It was called a modern circus tent. And it was the largest steel lattice tent in the world at the time.
Wow.
And that I had no idea, but there is a movie. I don't know if people are familiar with The Wiz, the 1979 Wizard of Oz remake.
Right.
78. But Munchkinland was
Oh.
filmed in
Munchkin Land.
Yeah,
I think this structure is so cool.
yeah, for sure.
It is.
I'd love to see it with a full tent over top of it too.
Well, they're in
I wonder if
process
they-
of renovating it. I don't know
Oh.
to what degree, but in the spring of 2021, it's supposed to be done.
Oh, that's good.
Cool.
But, they've only allowed, I think, people in there like once in the past 50 years, and it was for 3 hours, and they made everybody put hard hats on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a structure that needs repair.
Yeah.
Right.
I've stuck my camera inside that fence before, and
Oh,
I
you
like
have?
looked inside. It's kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you had ever been in, but then
Nah.
from what I'm reading, it looks like pretty much nobody's ever been in
Yeah.
there, you know, unless you were there at the World's Fair.
Hmm.
Some people have flown drones in there. You can find footage of it, but
Oh, cool.
I don't think that's allowed.
Yeah, I
right
wouldn't
now.
think so.
Probably not. But yeah, I hope it gets rehabilitated into something that is open all the time.
I personally think that would be really fun. I've read just a little bit this week. I've been reading about it, and I guess people in the community here, like directly around here, are torn. Like some people want it to be rehabilitated, and some people just want the space for like picnicking.
Look, it's all crooked.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess it needs to be straightened out, huh?
Yeah. Unless it's just an optical illusion.
Maybe it is, yeah.
Because it's not quite it looks like it's not quite a circle, right? It's like egg shaped. It's
I was
cool.
taking some photos from over here yesterday, and I really loved it. Looking at the observatories through the...
Yeah, through the tent.
Yeah.
Or the old tent, rather. We got the skate park here, but it's all covered in snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess no skating today.
They gotta bring their snowboard, not their...
Right. I asked my friend who's a skateboarder the other day if he goes out in snowy conditions, and he was like, no, that's what indoor skate
indoor
places are for. Which I actually didn't even know about. I guess in a handful of different places in the city they have like indoor skate parks for the real diehards.
Actually, about that day, I walked in the blizzard too.
Yeah.
I was wearing some boots that I thought were good for me, but they just started hurting my feet like so bad.
Oh no.
So
What were they?
they
Do you
were
remember?
a pair of boots that I got 3 years ago from LL Bean. I think like maybe part of the sole wore out or the top,
Oh shoot.
and it was just hurting my foot like really bad.
Yeah. Did they keep you dry at least?
Yeah, they did.
That's good.
I love this, how dramatic this is.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
totally.
Yeah, I think the boots I wear are Merrell's. That's right. And they've been working pretty well. I got them at REI at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it's best to ask the marathon walkers what proper footwear is.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's some arrows as well. And yeah, it worked out pretty well for us. So far.
I mean, those boots didn't really give me a problem until that day. Maybe because that was my first like long trek with them, and I
Yeah.
couldn't stand them after 2-3 hours wearing them. But an hour and a half was fine.
I find it in the past I've been fine in sort of any like heavy duty snow boots because you're just getting wherever you're going.
Yeah.
And this year's the first time I've ever really looked into like hiking snow boots. It's a weird thing to look for.
I don't even see that plane. It's all
see it.
white. Visibility is not good today.
I couldn't see it at all.
No.
Weird. I know it's there. I love this structure.
Oh, it's
The
beautiful.
Unisphere. So cool. I'm glad they didn't actually blow it up in Men in Black.
Nope. There's like a little plaque in the front there. I think they said it was like 20,000 pounds or something, or maybe more.
Whoa.
Some ridiculously heavy amount.
Yeah.
It's something like 140 by 120 feet. I think 140 is the rings.
Mm-hmm.
And the rings represent satellites. Which
Oh.
were a new thing back then. There were, in fact, there were 12 satellites back then.
Okay.
But it would have been a little like aesthetically cluttered.
Right.
So they reduced it to 3. And one of them is an actual satellite, Telstar, which is the first communication satellite. Another one was for Yuri Gagarin, I believe I'm pronouncing his name right, I hope so, who was the first man into space. And then the third was for John Glenn, who again was the first to orbit the planet.
Cool.
But yeah, so they kept it at 3, and I think 3 makes sense. It's kind of gives it that. It like gives it. I didn't even really ever think about it. I just kind of made it look like it's moving, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I always just thought it was giving it the appearance of movement.
Yeah.
I've also never noticed till now all the wires holding those satellite rings in place.
It's more pronounced now because now you can see it.
Yeah, I guess because it's so white in the sky, maybe?
The white background, you can see all the different colors of the wires.
Yeah.
I kind of want another one now where the satellites are like all the satellites that are up there now, but they're like to scale of the Earth.
Oh,
Maybe
wow.
like gnats or something.
That would be cool.
Whoa.
I wonder how many satellites there are now.
Oh,
Way more than
A
12.
lot more than that now.
yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to guess, but I would say tens of thousands, but it's probably more.
Wow. Maybe 1 satellite for every pound that the Unisphere weighs.
We should go around it.
Yeah.
All the, everybody at home can call out when we go past their home.
Oh, yeah.
And these continents are definitely not to scale.
Yeah, I don't think
that's
so.
interesting. I like the relief, like where the mountains are.
Yep.
I also like that they chose to make North America kind of hard to see. I feel like so often we're like me about our, we would want to be front and center, but it's cool that it was other places.
Yeah, it's all tilted, so now we have South America, the largest over here. Africa is the biggest on the other side.
Yeah, you make a good point. I never really thought about the scale, but it doesn't seem like it's right.
On here's the Queen's Museum up ahead.
Yeah.
This used to be called the New York City building.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a museum or was it just?
I think it was just like a place to showcase different things for the World's Fair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. Have you been in? I've never been in.
I've been in, yeah. It's nice.
Have you seen the panorama?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's cool.
looking.
They have this giant diorama of the entire city that was up to date then, and as of like, I don't know, sometime in the 2000s, they've been starting to keep it up to date. And you can pay to have your house put in.
I think Mike said it was only like $50 or something that you can pay.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a good way to fund it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like, I mean, it's not super, super cheap, but it's like, I feel like I would maybe be willing to spend that to see my little apartment building.
Yeah. There's Australia.
The World Beneath Your Feet, starring Matt Green, who's go off to every street in New York City, and the diorama is featured prominently in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
If folks like New York City, I'd recommend watching that trailer for The World Beneath Your Feet, because it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like another person doing a different take on what we're all about here.
I think there's the plaque over here, but yeah, it's kind of hard to see with all the snow.
Oh, yeah. Can we get to it?
Yeah, you can get to it. I don't have the right footing.
Dedicated to man's aspirations towards peace through mutual understanding and symbolizing his achievements in an expanding universe.
Yeah, that was the tagline for the fair that year, Peace Through Understanding. So I think it's great.
And it says, made of stainless steel, the Unisphere is 140 feet high, 120 feet in diameter, and weighs 700,000 pounds.
Whoa.
700,000? Wow. I said it was 20,000, but
700,000 is like incomprehensible.
I know.
And it's stainless steel. I guess that is why it holds up in the weather.
Yeah.
I think much like everything else, it fell into disrepair for a while.
Oh.
has been rehabilitated somewhere along the line.
Okay.
Hmm. And there's the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Yep.
Yeah.
Site of the U.S. Open.
Oh, is this where the U.S. Open is?
Yep.
I've never gone to that.
I think the trick is to go when like all the lower seeds are playing because
Mm.
it's very affordable for them.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the largest tennis stadium in the world.
Really? I didn't know that.
Largest indoor at least,
Hmm.
but I'm pretty sure largest stadium.
Oh, wow.
And it's named after Arthur Ashe, who was a young black tennis athlete that won 3 Grand Slam titles and the first title when this opened.
Hmm.
Oh, wow. Is that a lot in in tennis?
Enough to get yourself a stadium named after you.
Cool. Well, clearly, I guess.
I guess so.
These days there's like 3 big guys,
Yeah.
Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, and they have like in the high teens and 20s. So like,
Okay.
this is an era that will never be matched again. But
Gotcha. But at that
back
time,
then,
it was more.
particularly, it was,
Yeah.
I wish I had proper boots on me now, but I didn't want to break the new shoes in. That's even worse.
Are those shoes waterproof at all?
No, they're not, but they
Oh.
dry quickly.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and they're older shoes also, so
So you're not too concerned.
I'm not too concerned about them.
Are they comfortable?
They are.
That's good.
Just be careful where I step, that's all.
Yeah. It seems like the puddles are starting to go away.
Hmm.
The other day it was really out of control.
And something like this, I try to do the penguin waddle so I don't lose
Right.
footing.
Don't get the wrong step.
Yeah. You walk flat-footed and you waddle from side to side.
That usually works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess when I think of Flushing Park, I think of the U.S. Open most, because it's like the big event that happens in the city every year.
Right.
And then I don't think we can see. Can we see City Field from here? City Field is over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
somewhere.
if it's kind of foggy. I don't know if we can see.
You can't even see the planes.
Right.
Yeah. I think this statue is called Freedom of the Human Spirit. Yeah. By Marshall Tucker. There's another 1964 fair.
What's happening in this statue? Geese or swans or something?
Yeah, it looks like a goose. 2 geese.
Taking these people up into the air
Hmm.
or something?
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to kind of conjure the idea of flight, which
Yeah.
again is another theme of this all of this space and flight.
Hmm. Airplanes and
Yeah.
a lot of cars too in the World's Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder, there are probably like booths here, right?
Yeah.
Like, there must have been merchants and like food and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
here.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too, while we were there by the pavilion and the observation decks,
Uh-huh.
there's 2 time capsules over there.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Buried
Coming up
somewhere or?
No, they're not. I
Oh.
think they're supposed to be open in like 100 years
Oh my gosh.
from when they were buried, but
When were they buried? Was it at the World's Fair?
at the World's Fair, yeah.
Oh, cool.
And it had different artifacts of that time.
Do we know what's in them or was
Mhm.
it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot exactly like what they put in there, but I remember like there were some seeds, some newspaper clippings, like a record I think of some famous artist who was there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think some local money and some books. Yeah.
What a fun idea. I wonder if they'll have another World's Fair just to commemorate opening those time capsules. And what would that be, 2064?
And be like, hey, look what happened. What happened to us?
Right. Oh, it looks like there's some shoes in the Unisphere.
What? Oh,
Is that-
yeah, that's right.
On the wire? Are they shoes? I mean, maybe they're part of it, but doesn't it look like shoes?
Well, maybe they're like lights.
Oh, are those?
Wait.
Oh, I think you're right. I think
Yeah,
it is
that's
an island.
that's Hawaii or
Oops.
something. Yeah.
Sorry, anybody watching from Hawaii.
From this side, it looks like shoes. From the other side, I'm
know.
sure it looks more like Hawaii.
Yeah, it is Hawaii.
I think after seeing that chair in the tree earlier, I'm like,
I know, we can't believe anything anymore.
right. Oh, I guess that must be part of why they have the wires too, so that the different islands can be displayed.
Can be held up, yep. Africa is ridiculously huge compared
Yeah.
to Europe up there.
It really does look cool with all the topography.
Hmm.
I wonder if all the topography is accurate, or like how abstracted they made it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of it would be a really interesting place to learn geography as a kid. To like learn where different mountain ranges are and things like that. Or as an adult.
Can either of you think of another place in the city that's so like wide open?
Like this? I mean,
yeah, like
probably Pelham Bay Park, that's the largest park, yeah.
because it really does feel, it almost feels like Washington DC or like other like capital cities where there's like parade ground levels of like
Oh, true, yep.
It does feel like that, yeah. Yeah, I guess how you like walk up to this massive structure too.
Yeah, that would be the only place I could think of. Pelham
Yeah.
Bay Park off the top of my head.
yeah, that's one of the few places we still haven't been yet. We're April is when we're going to be in the Bronx exclusively.
Nice.
Yeah,
Actually,
we're looking forward
Central
to it.
Park, Sheep Meadow might be like this.
Yeah,
Or
Oh,
the Great
yeah.
Lawn.
yeah.
But that's not like nearly to the extent of like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more organic. There aren't like a lot of. It doesn't seem it was like intended to have all the sight lines like that. It's just kind of like it happens for a little bit and then you go back and do other things.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this is nice here too because there's no tall buildings around.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it's hard. It's actually hard to place myself when I'm in this park.
Yeah.
Trying to
Oh.
think, Staten Island. I think maybe the Fresh Kills Park now. I know they're redoing
Oh
it, but
yeah.
I've never been there.
Yeah, we tried to go in. It was still off limits to the public. You need to have an escort.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
only doing like special tours with the Parks Department.
I think pretty soon it'll be like that. But
I'm
that-
looking
again,
forward
that's
to
kinda,
it.
like, unmanicured in a way where it's like
True.
you're just gonna let it be rolling hills. I really like this thing.
Yeah,
what's,
this guy.
What's his story?
This is a rocket thrower, again made for the fair, and it's 43 feet tall. And I should pull up the name of the artist so that I give it the respect it deserves. But it was met with kind of some mixed reviews at the time.
Really?
It was said by one New York Times critic that it the most lamentable monster, making Walt Disney look like Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
a
that was
Wow.
Donald Trump.
hard
That's
criticism.
harsh.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. And I
Yeah.
think it, like, kind of aesthetically, it feels like a piece of a whole, which is all these sculptures, you know, the whole thing that they're going for.
Right.
Is that supposed to represent Apollo?
I when I read it, it didn't. I looked specifically to see if it was like a particular god, but it didn't call it out as a particular god.
Just in general,
Just a god, but it, you know,
strong
I think
guy.
I just might not have read the right stuff. It looks like he has laurels on his head.
Yeah.
You know?
I like how the stars have stayed gold and the rest of the statue is
Also, I believe.
oh, also refurbished. Well, you know, they do a good job. They make it feel like it's been that way forever.
Yeah.
And then what is this, bocce courts normally?
Yeah, normally bocce
Or I guess
courts.
it is now too. It's just covered in snow.
Yeah. And soccer fields,
Yeah.
or football for those watching outside the United States.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and as I said earlier, this park definitely gets used. Like despite it has so many attractions that I would consider people from out of town would want to see, but it's not like it's neglected. I think they did a really good thing by not giving up on the space, but like choosing to slowly rehabilitate things over the course of like 20 years at like offset times, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think probably part of why the destination spots are not quite as much of destinations is because the transportation out here is a little tricky.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously we have no problem walking here, but, and I think it's easy to drive, but if you're trying to come from, if you're visiting from out of town and trying to take
It's hard.
the subway, I don't even know, I think it's the bus.
Yeah,
to
I
get
took the
here.
subway here.
Oh, you did?
I got off at Metz Willets Point, and I had to walk a long bridge to
okay.
come back. Yeah,
The 7?
Okay.
the 7.
Yeah.
I guess that's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But here, like, we're all people that like to walk.
Yeah.
It's like an adventure. I would
It's
recommend
nice.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do we know what this eagle is?
I don't know. I just noticed this for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Is that
think
a
I've
flagpole?
noticed it before either.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just with no flag on it right now.
Yeah, maybe it's just a decoration at the top, but we're coming up on the fountain now.
Yeah, the Fountain of the Planets, which used to be called the Pool of Industry.
Oh.
I just love it. I mean, I can't get enough of how everything from 1964 it was like they just named them these things. It's like the future.
So when reading about the World's Fair this week, I also read something that I had never heard before, and I don't, maybe someone will fact check me if I'm wrong, but apparently the second World's Fair that was held here was like not technically supposed to be a World's Fair, because there was already one held in the States, like within the 10-year period of when they were supposed to do that. So they just like did it. But I think it wasn't completely signed off on, which I think is kind of funny and like very much New York. Like, well, we have stuff to show, so we're just gonna do it.
Yep, why not? Is this whole fountain frozen over?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
And the seagulls are still out here. I don't get it.
It always confuses
Yeah.
me to see the seagulls. Like, I know we're near the water, but especially in the snow.
They're standing on the ice.
Yeah.
I never noticed these ice. Now I see them all the time.
Yeah.
Good thing they have them.
I've noticed them in Central Park and
Yeah.
by the lakes there.
They're always painted red like that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so you can see them, but
Yeah.
it's also aesthetically pleasing. Really stands out in the white snow.
saw some cool graffiti over there yesterday.
All right.
Okay. Looks like your shoe's coming untied. Sorry.
Go ahead, I'll talk.
Okay. I wonder what that little structure right there is, the white and blue. Is that
White
for
and
sports
blue.
or
Is
like
that a
right in the middle
volleyball
here?
court? I'm not sure.
It looks like it might. Oh, yeah, because there's another one down that way too. Maybe it's like where you set up a net.
I mean, the design doesn't really fit a volleyball net, though. Why would it have?
That's true.
Why would it have that little thing on the top?
Maybe a net goes underneath it.
Well, maybe it used to be a net, and they need to make the back, and it's a soccer field. Who knows?
What are we looking at?
These structures, these white and blue,
I'm pretty sure they're soccer goals.
you think
Yeah.
soccer goals?
Yeah, sometimes soccer goals have weird, like, additional lattice work on them. I'm not sure.
Huh.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's kind of fun to try to pick out what sport would be played,
Yeah.
like under the snow.
I guess right now I'll be sledding.
Yeah, right. That's true. Right now, any sport is sledding.
Multi-use field.
Yeah. Did you see a lot of people sledding in Boston?
Not too many.
No? We actually didn't see many here either.
Oh,
We saw a lot in that first snow in December. We were in Central Park and we saw a lot of sledders then.
that's nice.
But I guess we weren't near very many good sledding hills last week.
I saw a lot in Astoria Park where I'm from.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was during that first snowstorm in December.
Are there some good hills there?
There are.
Nice. That's fun. I used to love to sled. When I was a kid, there was a good sledding hill / like drainage ditch right down the street from my house.
And here's a close-up of the sports structure we couldn't figure out earlier.
Yeah, maybe someone will know. I guess you're probably right, Mike, the soccer.
Yeah,
Maybe it looks like there's this place where there could be poles that go up too, so it could
Yeah.
be for football.
Oh.
that's true. I mean, it can't be for volleyball because this side isn't big enough.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Is this the graffiti you're talking about?
Wow.
Looks like somebody trying to scream through an alligator.
Oh, wow. Now that you mentioned it, I see the alligator now.
Yeah,
I
didn't
just
see it
saw
at first
Leo
either.
at first. Wait, does that say Leo or leg? Or leg?
Or it might say Oleg,
Oleg.
Oleg?
like the frozen snowman.
Oh.
Oh, no, that's Olaf.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool.
That wasn't
It's
filmed
kinda
here,
cute.
so we don't have to know that.
Nah.
That's true.
And you got the public restrooms here.
What a big tree to have come down.
I know.
Yeah. It looks like maybe it happened this year.
Yeah, it looks kind of fresh.
Or I guess this year is in 2020.
Right, like
Yeah.
within the past year. A couple of months ago, we were here and they were running a half marathon race right around here.
Mm.
And that was nice because we were walking. I mean, it was nice that they were doing it, but for us it was nice because we were walking kind of against it. And it's not the first time actually that we've walked against a marathon.
Oh, wow.
And it's fun.
That's-
It's just fun in my head because I'm happy to cheer people on.
Mhm.
And then at some point Mike and I start to be kind of like, well, they should be cheering for us.
Yeah. If they only knew, right?
If they only knew how similar we all are. But it seemed nice they had it set up.
Yeah. Well, hopefully some of them saw your clothing and looked up your website. Be like, oh, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, maybe.
do, people ask us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess if you see people wearing the same hat and jackets,
Exactly.
you know,
And it
people
stands
Yeah.
out.
And then, yeah, we tell them, and the reactions vary. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people act like it was the most normal thing that we've ever said. And it's like, you can't possibly be registering what we're saying. And then other people are excited. Other people are like, okay.
Yeah.
Now we're headed over to the Flushing Meadow Lake.
Right. Under this other highway.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the same, is it the same highway or a different highway?
I'm not entirely sure. It looks like there's multiple.
Is this an entrance ramp?
I think it's
Maybe.
Hmm.
I find this next part that we're going to be walking around to be really interesting, even though it's like, it's not meant to be an attraction.
Yeah.
It's like under this area, and we'll get to see a little bit of what I believe to be the Flushing Creek.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I remember taking my bike down here, and always around the lake there's a little section there that gets flooded
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time. Yep.
Would you
Oh, I
bike
think I know
through?
which part you're talking
Yeah.
about. It's flooded right now.
Oh.
Oh no.
Are we going to be able to get
Oh,
through?
no, I guess I'm thinking about the other part. I'm pretty sure everything from here to the lake is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's just the way that area is, that they can't really fix it.
Yeah. Low land.
Yeah, well, I mean, humans have manipulated this creek quite a bit. In fact, in both World's Fairs, it was changed in different ways. The first fair in the 30s, they made the creek add to both lakes more. They got rid of 2 of the tributaries and made them part of the lakes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the second World's Fair, they just straight up eliminated part of the creek. I don't know how you do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You just fill it in with
I
earth.
guess, yeah.
That's it.
Well, so much of our city has been manipulated by
Oh, yeah.
humans.
In fact, I don't even think that this park was really suitable for building anything on it.
Oh, really?
That's why they made this park here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I kind of remember hearing a podcast that this used to be a former ash dumping site. Yeah, from manufacturing, and
Oh, wow.
they cleaned it all up for the World's Fair,
Oh my
and
gosh.
they turned it into a park.
I guess because it's marshy,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they figure it's not strong land.
Yeah. Now look at all these highways.
It's kind of beautiful.
It's one over there, one up here, a helix over here. This might be the LIE. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think that's what we walked over too.
That's part of the Flushing Creek, maybe. Another ladder. I don't know
yeah,
why
you're
you want
right.
to swim in there though. It's so dirty.
Yeah, it does say $4.95 there.
Yeah.
It's very confusing where they're all going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is all speculation, but it would not surprise me if all of these things were considered a feature when it was made during the World's Fair, because Robert Moses was in charge back then.
Mhm.
Car culture was huge back then, so this might have been considered part of the future as well.
Or
Yeah. Well, I think part of the observation towers was that they could see all these roadways too.
You gotta go down by the creek while there's
yeah.
less snow.
Sure.
Well, this is it. I know, look at this. This ladder's what will happen to you when you go in there. You start growing barnacles and other stuff. Heck, you don't even have to be in the water. Look at this traffic cone. It's got barnacles on it, even not in the water.
Yeah. Oh, even that thing.
Yeah.
This always feels like an area that should be off limits. Like whenever we're walking around right here and exploring, I'm like just waiting for someone to pull up and be like, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Yeah, but I think it's, I mean, I see someone playing tennis over there. I think it's okay.
Yeah, it's so strange. Yeah. Well, we could have gone up to the creek over here too. This one even looks creepier because it's like multiple columns right underneath it. Alright, we're going this way.
Oh, there's a car coming.
Oh, there is.
Lots of walking through parking lots in this park.
Parking lots, highways, unshoveled paths, but for the most part, it's been good.
Yeah. It also seems like that's just how it is. People don't seem upset at us for walking, and it's like the only place to walk.
Yeah.
They know it.
The good thing about the snow is it cleans off all the dirt that we walk through.
That's true. It gives a fresh, like a fresh coat.
Fresh snow.
I like any road that has trees on either side.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh, look at here. On those trees, all the bark is stripped.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I wonder if that was like lightning.
It could
You
be.
think so?
I have no idea, but I know that can happen from lightning.
Huh. It's weird because there's no bark on the snow. Maybe it happened before.
That's one thing I'm afraid of, getting struck by lightning, falling ice, or broken branches coming down.
Yeah.
And also sidewalk cellars and subway grates
I was
like
gonna
last
say,
time.
what are you more afraid of? We
Yeah.
talked about that last time.
I know. I think things from above because you don't expect it.
That's a good point. Although the falling ice, the branches, and the getting struck by lightning are only like part of the year, right?
True.
Only under certain conditions.
Yeah. This one's stripped too, this piece of bark up ahead.
Oh yeah.
And to the right, wow. Over here too.
So weird.
What?
I mean, they are the highest things in the area, so it would make sense that maybe they would be struck by lightning.
I guess it's possible.
Wow.
Has there, I feel like I can't remember the last time there was a thunderstorm.
I don't remember.
Oh, like it could have been a while ago? That's probably true.
Somebody watching knows, please let us know.
Yeah. I don't really know much about trees. We have some friends that are foresters, and we got a tour of Greenwood from one of them recently. Apparently Greenwood Cemetery is has one of like the areas in New York that has the most types of trees. It's an arboretum. So we were shown all different types of trees and how to identify them, and I wish I could say I remember.
Another branch that's all stripped.
Oh my gosh.
This one's even worse, I think.
Yeah. It looks kind of nice. I mean, I hope it's okay for the trees. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, it could have been purposeful. I don't think I noticed the last time we were here because I remember there were a lot of squirrels right around here collecting their nuts, and I was definitely watching them and not looking up.
And we don't know where they are now. They're all
Yeah,
hiding.
I don't know what they do in the snow. Do they burrow, or? I am a little embarrassed that I have no idea where the squirrels go in the winter. So this is Meadow Lake, right?
Yep, Meadow Lake.
And is this structure anything in particular, or is it just like a snack stand? Because it, okay,
Yeah.
It's kind of a cool looking structure. Like it almost mimics the circus tent over near the towers.
A little bit. During the summertime, they have rowboats out here. You can rent bicycles, and even the dragon boat race happens here.
Oh yeah. I was reading about that a couple of months ago.
Oh, here
the
come
first
a
time we were
flock
here.
of geese.
Oh, there they are. Cool. I had never heard of the dragon boat racing before,
Yeah.
and then when we came out here the first time, I saw a lot of those boats parked or docked along the shores, and they're beautiful boats.
Yeah.
Really long and sort of like pointy. I'd like to see them in action one day.
Looks like we gotta walk through all of this now.
Yeah, are you okay over here?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'll try not to walk on the ice, but the fresh snow,
Yeah.
it's better.
Have you ever rented a rowboat or one
Yeah.
of those funny bikes in the park?
I have.
Yeah?
Not this park though.
Oh, which park?
Central Park. I did the rowboat. I also did the bikes in the. It wasn't exactly in Central Park though. It was off of 7th Avenue, I think. They had the bike rentals.
Oh, okay. That always seems like a nice thing to do. Sometimes I try to do a little jig. Yeah, it's definitely one of the more intriguing snack stands that I've seen.
It's called the Erdl Terrace Cafe. Sounds like we're walking on wood now.
I know, it's weird.
A little
isn't
bit.
It? The crunch of the snow.
Yeah, bike and boat rentals over there.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh. Are those all seagulls?
Yeah. The snowman.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah. Funny someone came out all the way here to make a snowman.
Right. I guess maybe they thought they'd be alone.
Yeah. Let's give him another pair of antlers.
Cute.
There we go.
Wow.
Wow, this is nice. The whole lake is frozen over.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can end the video here because
I think
my
so.
battery's low now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is a nice
there's a
spot.
gorgeous view. Let me show it again. Even walk up to it.
Yeah.
Why not? All right, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button. Give Highley Varlet a look on their YouTube channel, and thank you for them for joining me again on this walk.
This
But-
was really fun.
Thanks,
for
everybody.
having us.
Yeah. But anyways, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.